start with our new topic. The topic is sustainable goal. First, go to this lecture. Will know what is meant by sustainability. Sustainability is the ability to exist or develop without depleting natural resource for the future. What does this mean? Sustainability is the process where we sustain for a long period without depleting the natural resources. You can use the natural resources for a long period of time. The United Nations defines sustainable development is the mandated report as development that meets the need of the present without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. What is sustainability means? That we will use the resources for ourselves, but we also secure that future generation will use these resources also. So we will not destroy the nature. That's why we have said that zero carbon, less fuel consumption, so that our future we are remain such a world for our future generation. They will sustain also, because for our overconsumption, for our overusing of these natural resources, or sometimes we are maybe doing the huge wastages, it will hamper that future generation will left nothing for our future generation. We are aggressively cutting the jungles and all these things. So through the sustainable development, we are ensuring that we will use these resources more carefully, more cautiously, more accurately, so that we can remain for our future generation. Thus resources also.
Efficient use of resources.
If assume that the resources are finite, of course there is no infinite resources. Economic problem is arise from scarcity. There is a scale of resources in this world. So this resource has a finite limit. So should be used conservatively, should be used very, very cautiously, carefully to ensure that they are enough to the future generation without decreasing the present quality of life. They are not saying that your present quality of life need to decrease. No, we are not saying that. But we need to use this more cautiously. Less waste. Minimum no wastage. There is no wastage.
Sufficient resources.
A sustainable society must be socially responsible for focusing the environmental protection, dynamic equilibrium in human and natural systems. Why sustainability is so important? There are many benefits to sustainability, both short-term and long-term. For our survival of now and future generation, there are no other alternative than sustainability. We cannot maintain our ecosystem or continue to function as we do is more sustainable choice and not made. We don't have any other alternative or choices to become a sustainable. Do we have? No. Because if we want to reserve our ecosystem, we want to protect our ecosystem, we don't have any alternative now. If harmful processes are maintained with no change, it is likely we will run out of the fossil fuel. Huge number of animal species will become extinct. Already animals are extinct. We did not find it. The atmosphere will be irretrievably damaged. There is a greenhouse effect, there is a temperature high, there is lots of floods like what we are facing nowadays, so we don't have any alternative to become sustainable. Here are non-toxic atmosphere condition, growth of resources that can be reliable. Water quality, cleanliness are all benefits of sustainability. Already there are decreasing the sweet water. Because the level of the sea is increasing, which means that salty water will be mixed with the sweet, the drinking water, the clean water. We will be very soon will face the crisis of the clean water. go to the further discussion, we need to show you something. What are the 17 goals is? I have made a note and already uploaded in your group. Fortunately, I have made this. The 17th Sustainable Goal established by the United Nations aim that address global challenges, achieve better, more sustainable by 2030. Here are the short form of 17 goals. No poverty. First is no hunger or no poverty. That we will learn to ensure that there no people will live within hunger. End poverty is form of everywhere by 2030. As a human being, everyone has the right to live a life, decent life. Whatever the reason is, the only reason that he and me, there is no difference. We all are humans. So no poverty is the form of everywhere. Zero hunger. There will be no end hunger, achieve food security, improve nutrition, promote sustainable agriculture. It is very, very much attractive and sustainable. But when we see the news, it is very, very difficult. Most of the world people are fighting for food, clean water, and basic medical facilities. In case of Syria, in case of Palestine, in case of Africa, Sudan, we are now, the one side of the world is running after the bread, which is no uses of this, and other side of the world is suffering for such a little thing. When we see the news, we just scattered in our mind that why we are so much proud and so much need to wear all this stuff by showing off where people are like me and you are suffering for poverty, for hunger, and they have a long queue for a one bread. Good health and well-being. But for a human being, people want to discern there is nothing. One of the report I saw it in the BBC or CNN, I was just shocked. People has a very limited number of demand. Still they are failed to arrange it, or they are failed to survive in this condition. They just say that there is a little boy who is in the reporter said, what is your demand? He said that I want just enough food, clean drinking water, and the mother boy asked medical facilities and basic education for my children. Ensuring these four things is not much very difficult. The other side of the world is wastes lots of money for luxury. Wastage money for luxuries or other stuff. There is in a table there is 17, 18 items, and where other side of the world is suffering for a plain bread. Lack of nutrition. They only by getting bread they think that they are fortunate. How there is no vegetable, no fruits, anything. Ensure healthy life, promote well-being at all age. Okay. Quality education. Ensure inclusive, equitable quality education. Promote lifelong learning opportunity for all. That the people who wants to read, they can read as much they want. Gender equality. Achieve gender equality, empower women and girls. Clean water and sustainable. Clean water is very, very. You know that already. You know that the third world war will be for clean drinking water. Ensure ability sustainable management of water and sustainable. Why this will happen? Because you have made the dam and the bridges over the river. You cannot control the river as it is natural birth. The river is just diverse its path. So if it is diverse its path, it may go closer to the, and it is flooded with the loss of human life, human areas also. Affordable clean energy. Ensure access affordable, reliable, sustainable, modern energy for all. It is already in your portal. I have already uploaded the notes. Decent work, economic growth. Promote sustainable, inclusive, sustainable economic growth, food, protective employment, decent work for all. Industry and innovation, infrastructure. Build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, for First, the awareness is tremendous. Conserve sustainable use of ocean, sea, marine resources for sustainable development. Land for land, protect, restore, promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystem, sustainable manage of forest, combat certification for reserve land, reservation for reservation losses. Already we have cutting the forests, there is lots of things we are suffering all over the world. Peace, justice, strong institution, promote peaceful, inclusive society for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all. Be effective, accountable, inclusive institution and accountability and transparency will be ensured by the all level. Why? If we can ensure that, other thing will be ensured as well. If I can ensure the transparency and accountability for every area or every institution, other things will be happen more smoothly. Partnership for the goal. State the means of implementing the realization of global partnership for sustainable goal. Why sustainable goal is so important? The sustainable development goal critical because they address the global challenges humanity face, aiming to ensure better, more sustainable future for all. Why they are so important. Holistic approaches. The SDG cover wide range of issues, including poverty, hunger, health, education, quality, water, energy, climate change, ensuring that all aspects of sustainable development are addressed. Global focus. The SDG are universal call to action, encouraging countries worldwide to work together to tackle shared challenges and improve the lives of people everywhere. Global focuses. The SDG are universal call of action, encouraging countries worldwide to work together to tackle shared challenges, improve the lives of people everywhere. Poverty reduction. By focusing ending poverty, the SDG aim to lift millions of people out of poverty, providing them better opportunities, improving quality of life. Environment protection. The goal emphasizes the need of protect the planet, combat climate changes, promote sustainable use of natural resources, ensuring that future generations can thrive. Economic growth. The SDG promotes sustainable, inclusive, sustainable economic growth, which can create jobs, reduce inequality, improve living standards. Social inclusion. They aim to reduce inequalities, promote gender equality, ensure that no one is left behind, and fostering inclusive society. Peace and justice. The goal emphasizes the importance of peace, justice, strong institution, which is essential for sustainable development and well-being of the community. As long as the individual institutions are not strong, not have the power, they cannot do work. If they have the power, if they have the legal identity and separate identity, and they are accountable and transferable of work activities, that then the institution work more efficiently or effectively. Otherwise, they cannot work properly. Achieving sustainable development goal collaboration between the government, business, civil society, individual, fostering global partnership, collaborative action. It is only not for the business and not for the government only. The individual, the civil society, all should need to be incorporated. Quality of life, by addressing health, education, clean water, sanitation, the sustainable aim to improve quality of life for people worldwide. Oh, another thing they say that we don't have the sanitation. But basic thing they do not provide. When we have the basic, and we are talking about the luxury goods, because we are in a better place. Resilience and adaptation, the goal help a resilient society that can adapt to recover the various challenges, including economic shock, natural disaster, and conflict. Overall, SDGs provide comprehensive framework for addressing most pressing global issues, ensuring sustainable and equitable future for all. What are the four pillars for sustainable goal? I need to explain. The four pillars of sustainable are the variation master framework, the three principles of sustainable development. The next point of view regarding sustainable development with more emphasis of human factors. The four pillars of sustainability is the human, social, economic, and environment. Yeah. where sustainable needs to be achieved to be sustainable development. Key takeaways. What are the incorporate human, social, economic, environment sustainability, balance social, economic growth, environmental care, ensure long-term viability, well-being across all spheres. What are the pillars of sustainability present in sustainable development? The four pillars of sustainability present a framework that business individual can use and understand how to achieve sustainable development. This means that there are many examples. If a company focusing only on profit, the economic side is not only the sustainable because environment, society, people are sooner or later preservability.
I'm sorry for interruption. If you ask about four pillars of sustainability,
It is human, social, economic, and
it
environment.
is written that we will write key takeaways.
No, like this. I have
Okay.
Sustainable development is switched upon by human, social, environmental, and we satisfy all sectors without neglecting on another. For example, a business is sustainable when it is profiting and growing, care about its people for paying reasonable salary, offering benefit and education, care about the local community, society at large, supporting local charities, respecting the environmental thanks to sustainable product design, green technology. This is because sustainable development is the interaction of human, social, economic, environment types of sustainability. Let's explain how more in detail the different type of sustainable development pillar. Human sustainable pillar. Human sustainable focus on nurturing, developing human component of our organization society at large. Human sustainable example include things such as food, water, healthcare, education, justice, fair working condition, development of skill, respect for human rights, and gender. Human sustainability is one of the four pillars of sustainability. That means it given limited to nature resources. This achievement needs to be right balance between continuous economic growth and well-being, thriving society, respecting the environment. Instead, the organization that corporate sustainability focusing on human rights needs anyone involved in the business at any level, direct, indirectly related to the provisionaries, the product and service in a way of practicing the sustainability. Human sustainability is a key business only by giving by the people working in the supply chain sustainable long-term growth. Social sustainability pillar. Social sustainability aims at ensuring the well-being, justice, equality, development of society by creating inclusive infrastructure that is sustainable urban design as well as products, services that benefit community at large. Among the four principles, social pillar of the sustainable focus on peace, including social relationship, inclusive equality, preserving regional culture, promoting honesty, reciprocity within the local community are some fundamental factors contributing to achieving the social United Nations Sustainable Development Goal. The social pillar sustainable goals support creation, development, community, thriving social relationship, increase economic opportunity by same time respecting the environment. Tell me sustainability means that business need to grow and profitable to be sustainable. Without profit, the organization will not survive. Adding economic value is also indirect indication of that the company is delivering something useful, valuable to society. This is the foundation by the free market. If the product is not useful, there is already too much is available on the market. For those reasons, the pillar of sustainable essential component achieving sustainable development, ensuring success and viability of the business long term. Economic principle is the fourth principle of sustainability. Economic sustainability focusing on efficient use of resources to improve profitability, achieving economic growth to improve standard. The product which is too much available, then you don't need to produce it. You make it wastages. Environment sustainable pillar. Environment sustainable aim to improve human well-being. Long-term sustainable by preserving the environment, more rational use of natural resources. Ecological sustainability is the last four pillar of sustainability. Promote business model that doesn't do any harm to the environment and society, while at the same time